Coming up on the Angus Report, feedlot profitability signals good news for the nation's cow-calf producers.
USDA announces another year of growth for U.S. herd numbers.
It's now easier and more cost-efficient than ever to become BQA certified.
A North Dakota Angus ranch is recognized for their commitment to environmental stewardship. And we catch up with grand prize winners from the 2016 Angus Convention.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. The beef cattle market has experienced its share of highs and lows in recent years, and wild swings in 2016 had many people holding their breath for what the coming year might bring. CattleFax senior analyst Kevin Good says there's reason to be optimistic, at least for the time being. Increased profitability for cattle feeders is a positive signal for cow-calf producers, and the first step toward improving prices down the supply chain.
We're guardedly optimistic as we think about the markets. Today, cattle leaving the feed yards are profitable. In addition to that, you've got some severe discounts in the deferred live cattle futures, as well as a swap on feeder cattle. In other words, you can buy a break-even that's considerably lower than what you're selling fed cattle for at today. All three of those, we call them cardinal rules, and when they're all positive, typically it means that we pull cattle forward, carcass weights decline, we stay more current, we've got more leverage compared to the packing segment, and the market tends to stay better longer than anticipated. If we think about feeder cattle, we've got them averaged in 130 on a 7.5 weight. One of the reasons we wouldn't have them any higher is because of those discounts in the deferred live cattle futures. A 130 average means a range of 120 to 140. If we start talking about a 5.5 weight steer calf, we've got the annual average at 150, which we would suggest is at a profitable level because we think the industry break even is closer to 140. So again, profitability should lead to more expansion in 2017.
CattleFax presented the 2017 Industry Outlook during the recent Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA Trade Show in Nashville, Tennessee. Visit angus.media to read more highlights from the presentation.
USDA's National Agriculture Statistics Service is reporting the third consecutive year of growth for the nation's cattle inventory. In 2016, U.S. cattle producers added 1.6 million head over the past year, up 2%. While the increase was behind levels set in 2015, when 2.8 million head were added, the difference was an accelerated pace of cattle marketings from feedlots during the past year. According to the report, year-over-year federally inspected steer slaughter increased by 1.2 million head in 2016, and heifer slaughter was up 300,000 head. USDA also notes that the biggest surprise in composition of the cattle herd at the beginning of 2017 was the number of heifers being held over as beef cow replacements. Visit the Livestock Marketing Information Center online to learn more.
National Beef Quality Assurance, or BQA, offers a certification program that guides cattle producers toward the highest industry standards for animal husbandry and care. BQA recently announced big changes to its education platform, including an all-new online learning system and training tools. Cattle producers can experience BQA curriculum like never before, and certification is now completely free. Thanks to support from the Beef Checkoff, all producers can benefit from their checkoff investment by becoming BQA certified.
Using Beef Checkoff dollars, we were able to entirely redesign the learning experience for cattle producers. And now that we've been able to invest in this entire learning management system and this online learning platform, we're ready to launch that for producers to benefit from their checkoff investment and put that back into the industry. So we have three different module platforms. There's cow-calf, feed yard, and stocker or backgrounder certifications that producers can go in there, and it really tailors the BQA learning experience to their sector of the industry, so they feel it applies to them and that they can apply them on their operation.
Visit bqa.org for more information on how the program benefits both cattle producers and consumers.
Before the breeding season begins, it's important to make sure your cows are in top condition to maximize fertility and conception rates. Proper cow nutrition plays a significant role, and Patrick Gunn with Iowa State University says it can be a balancing act to provide the right combination of protein and minerals to meet cow herd requirements.
Nutrition is going to be the crux of everything that we do on the ranch, from maximizing our health program to maximizing our reproductive program. So, we obviously have to make sure that cows are adequately nourished, because cows that are undernourished, we have extended postpartum interval, we're going to have reduced fertility. However, on the opposite side of that, cows that are overnourished and really fleshy cows are going to have problems with dystociate calving, as well as reduced oocyte competence at the time of breeding. So it's really a balancing act, making sure we have adequate nutrition as far as both protein, energy, as well as minerals, without being in excess with any of those most times. So it's a very delicate balancing act to make sure we can maximize the fertility.
A North Dakota Angus ranch was recently recognized for its efforts toward protecting natural resources and preserving the land. The Black Leg Ranch, operated by the Dunn family near McKenzie, North Dakota, was named the national winner of the prestigious Environmental Stewardship Award Program, an honor presented during the recent Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA trade show. A family tradition for more than 130 years, the ranch was home to some of the region's first Angus cattle. The operation now consists of 17,000 acres of pasture and cropland. On this land, they've implemented a highly intensive rotational grazing practice and also use extensive cover crops to help reduce erosion. The multi-generational ranch has diversified the operation to allow current and future generations to make their living from the land while also improving the resources in their care. Visit environmentalstewardship.org to learn more about the Black Leg Ranch and to see the year's regional award winners. We go now to Jenna McCrell for a look at the Angus headlines you need to know this week.
Mark your calendar for an upcoming Cattlemen's Boot Camp at the University of Nebraska, April 27th and 28th. The American Angus Association's day-and-a-half educational event travels to Lincoln, Nebraska to provide seed stock and commercial producers with timely information presented by academic and industry professionals. The Cattlemen's Boot Camp is open to all producers who are interested in participating in hands-on activities to improve their operations. Registration is available online until March 31st, and you can learn more at angus.org. And for the first time ever, Angus Media's YouTube channel exceeded more than 106,000 views in a single month. The new year opened with great excitement for the breed's online viewership as fans tuned in to watch clips from the documentary series I Am Angus, as well as news and daily coverage from the National Western Stock Show and weekly episodes of the Angus Report. For the month of January, RFD-TV's YouTube channel generated more than 286,000 minutes of viewership, which ranks among the largest in the ag industry. Visit angus.org for a quick link to our YouTube channel. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
When we return, a look at USDA's current carcass yield grade system.
Then we share in a big day with Kenneth and Carol Webb when their Angus Convention prize arrived, a complete livestock handling system.
Visit angus.media to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
This isn't a 9-to-5 job. So when you check the pants one last time, put away the tools, and make sure everything's ready to hand off to the night crew. It's not the clock that tells you the day is over. It's the confidence of knowing you got it right. It's having one less thing to worry about when the sun goes down. So when you see the signs of BRD, choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from Merck Animal Health. Talk to your veterinarian about Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
Briarwood Farms is turning green grass into black gold with their 2017 offering on March 19th in Butler, Missouri. Bid to win herd building genetics from ET packages by 10X and Sit's top game out of Sid Gen Foundation Buena Ann. Or set your sights on spring or fall bulls with genetics to grow your herd all the way from pasture to plate. Looking for females? Briarwood has productive open bred and cow-calf pairs ready to turn green grass into black gold, including daughters by Sid Gen, CC&7, and Deer Valley All In. Sale begins at 1 p.m. at Briarwood Farms on March 19th, or view the sale online. And don't forget, every bull buyer is entered for a chance to win a commercial heifer.
Looking for high-quality range-raised bulls and females this spring? McCabe Genetics invites you to their 24th annual bull and commercial female sale, selling 1,000 head of high-quality cattle, all of them exposed to fescue, 190 Angus bulls, yearlings, 18 months and 2-year-olds, 60 Hereford bulls, 18 months and 2-year-olds, and 750 count of commercial females consigned by these operations sell. March 23rd at McCabe Genetics near Elk City, Kansas. Starts promptly at noon. Visit McCabeGenetics.com or call 620-332-4244. We'll see you March 23rd.
Today's beef consumer has questions. BQA has the answers. Your beef quality assurance certification allows you to share a story that assures customers that you are responsibly raising a safe, wholesome, and healthy beef supply. Becoming BQA certified just became even more convenient with a new interactive training experience that is online and available 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Get started today by visiting bqa.org.
I'm Jimmy Taylor, and my wife Tracy and I run Taylor Ranch, which is located near Cheyenne, Oklahoma. I use GMAX Advantage in my decision making in two different ways. The first way is as a culling tool. We collect blood on the heifers when they're 2.5 months old, so by the time I wean them, I've already got the genetic data in hand, and I can use that if we've got some outliers that don't need to stay in the herd. When we first started years ago, we were probably in the 15% range on prime grade. Our next to last load of steers went 55% prime, and the last group of steers we sent went a little under 58%. And that's dollars in our pocket. And when we make consumers happy, they want to buy more beef.
Learn more at GeneMaxAdvantage.com.